Welcome, beautiful Paris Saint-Germain family, to the analytical review of Paris Saint-Germain versus Bayern Munchen. Of course, we were defeated 2-0 at the Allianz Arena. The defeat still hurts me. The defeat is still disappointing. Am I mad? No. Am I sad? No. I'm just disappointed. And I'm a bit numb to these exits from the Champions League because it's happened so many times now that I'm pretty much used to it. It's like if you have an abusive father. If you have an abusive father, after a couple of times, a couple of years, it won't be hitting as much. It won't be hitting. It won't be hitting different. So Paris Saint-Germain lined up, of course, with this formation. Of course, Marquinhos had to go out, and then Mukiele had to go out, but it was the best setup from Christophe Galtier. Was maybe some question marks about Hakimi, but I think Galtier, with Marquinhos being a bit unsure, he wanted to have Mukiele as a centre-back on the bench if it needed to happen. Apart from that, the best possible lineup from Christophe Galtier in this game. So no question marks, at least over the lineup from Galtier. Whilst Bayern Munchen, of course, they went with what everyone predicted and what we saw in the predicted lineup. 3 at the back, Stanisic in for Pavard and Muller instead of Sané. Changes from the first leg. And of course, Coman playing as the right wing back instead of Cancelo, and Davis playing on the left instead of Coman. So Nagelsmann didn't do anything unpredictable. He went with what we had known from before. Game started off really good. I think that in the first half, it was a neck and neck first half. Paris Saint-Germain, of course, played a little bit better than Bayern in the first half. But sadly, we could not capitalize on our momentum. We could not do what we needed to do. Nuno Mendes here finding Fabian with a beautiful pass. Back to Mbappe. Fabian to Mbappe. This was a great chance. And you see, I think it's Stanisic running there after Mbappe. Mbappe, if he was a bit more confident, maybe could have stopped, gone past him, maybe found Messi or Hakimi. But he went for the straight shot, straight at Sommer. 18 minutes later, quick 1-2 here. De Ligt tried to foul Messi. He fouled him successfully, but the ball bounced to Mbappe. Mbappe gives it to Marquinhos. Marquinhos to Mbappe. This is a great chance, but Mbappe takes a very heavy touch, and this chance is gone. So 2 chances here from Paris Saint-Germain where we could have done something, did not take them. And especially here, Mbappe, with his pace there, could definitely have gone past Upamecano with a better touch, and then probably slotted it into the goal. 24th minute, Nuno Mendes gets a pass here from Fabian on the left side. Beautiful run, gives it to Messi, trademark. But you know what? Alphonso Davies was there with an amazing tackle. Props to Alphonso Davies. And then Messi couldn't rescue the rest of the chance, and Sommer was there to catch the ball. But yeah, again, it was a beautiful tackle from Davies. So no critique here on Lionel Messi or something. Then Bayern got their first chance of the first half. Musiala taking a shot low, but Donnarumma went low and saved a great chance. And then 37th minute, I think here is where the game, where we could have decided the game for ourselves. Sommer, I don't know what he was doing. Hakimi came on him, pressured the ball. Sommer loses the ball. Vitinha takes the shot. It wasn't hard enough because De Ligt. What a tackle. So we saw it before, Davis making that tackle, and now it was De Ligt, the Bayern defenders rescuing their team. And yeah, they needed to be rescued with these kind of moments. Vitinha should have scored this, man. It's embarrassing that he didn't score. It's disappointing. Should have shot it a bit harder or with better placement or even taken another touch. And Paris Saint-Germain could have been 1-0. Because here's where we had the momentum. This game was all about getting that first goal, and we just didn't. We just didn't from these couple of chances we had. And of course, listen, this is a tight game against Bayern Munchen at their home ground. I'm not expecting us to have 5-10 clear-cut chances against Bayern, but from the few chances you have, it's all about taking them, and we did not take them, sadly. We did not take them. Second half started, Paris Saint-Germain, the first 10 minutes were great, I would say. Mbappe here could have maybe slotted it to Hakimi, but went for the goal himself. Then here, Bayern. This is when Bayern started getting their chances because we had 50 minutes to get their first chance. It was all about the first goal. We didn't take it. Then Bayern came. Less energy from PSG. More confidence from Bayern. Chopo with a great chance, but the GOAT, Danilo Pereira, absolutely stunning. He's amazing. He's just amazing. And yeah, that was great from Danilo. But here, Bayern score. Only 1 minute after that Chopo chance, Bayern score from a header from Choupo-Moting, but it was ruled out due to Muller being offside. So PSG rescued, but from this moment, Bayern got even more confident. PSG got even more weaker confident, and he just continued and continued until Bicciabo was a bit pressed here, gave it to Marco Verratti. Verratti has done this against so many opponents where he just takes it, gets the foul, or goes past the opponent. But Bayern there took care of him. Goretzka, instead of taking the shot himself, gives it to Choupo-Moting, 1-0 Bayern, and in this moment the game was finished. The game was all about getting that first goal. We didn't get it in the first half, in the first 50 minutes of the game, where we had the momentum, we had more energy, we had more chances than Bayern. We didn't get that. And Bayern, of course, get their chance and they score. Clinicality. It's all about clinicality. Football and big moments, big games comes down to clinicality. Of course, PSG straight after that tried to do something. Messi, great corner. Ramos heads it. Sommer makes a save. Then it was Bayern mostly because Paris Saint-Germain were trying to go for that goal, but it was so disorganized and we didn't really keep the possession well. They had so many counterattacks. Sané here trying to feed Coleman. Nunez with a great tackle there. Ramos again tries from a corner kick in the 81st minute. And then Gnabry in the 89th minute silences Paris Saint-Germain with a second goal. And yeah, that was pretty much it. Bayern deserved to go through. Why? Because they were clinical. Paris Saint-Germain were not clinical. And as I said, it's all about clinicality. Football is all about clinicality. And I expected Paris Saint-Germain to be the clinical side, especially with the players we had and how they have been clinical in big moments and in big games. But sadly, it was just not the case this game. And the players I expected the most of, Marco Verratti, Kylian Mbappe, and Lionel Messi, did not meet my expectations. But the players I expected the least or less than those three, they had a great game. I think Gianluigi Donnarumma had a good game. Of course, many people, especially after that mistake against Nantes, were predicting him to make a bozo moment similar to Real Madrid last season, but he kept it cool. Of course, he could have done better with that second goal that Gnabry scored. But again, doesn't really matter. Does that chance matter? As I've said, the game was finished after it was 1-0. And I mean, Gnabry scored that in the 89th minute. It was not going to matter if Donnarumma saved it or not. So Donna, nothing about him. Sergio Ramos and Danilo Pereira, I think both of them had a great game. No, like none of them goals or mistakes or anything. Just a simple, clean game, tackling, physicality. Ramos as well, offensively, nearly scoring 2 goals from those corner kicks. So I'm happy with Danilo and Ramos' performance. Of course, Marquinhos only played 40 minutes, but when he was there, he was calm with the ball. He played a great game, and he was as well a player that people expected a bozo moment. So of course, he didn't play the entire game, and hopefully he comes back fit and stronger. Same goes for Mukiele. Didn't play that much, and when he played, he didn't do that much. He was decent. He was okay. And same goes for Bicciabo. Of course, some people are blaming him for that pass to Marco Verratti, and that he maybe should have passed it to Donnarumma and clear it. Again, this is a 17-year-old, and giving that pass to Verratti has gotten the ball so many times in that position and done his job. It was just Verratti didn't do his job. So I think it's a bit too much critique here on Bicciabo. And again, wing backs. I think before the game, I talked about it. There will either be a question mark on our wing backs or on Bayern's wing backs to attack or to defend. But today, it felt like Bayern played the 3 at the back and we played the 5 at the back, because Hakimi and Nunez in this game mostly played defensively. They didn't dare to push up as much as they usually do because they were scared that Bayern were going to counter against us, and it's not good. You need to play confident football as Davies and Coleman did, because there was some few moments where we caught them off. We had great counterattacks. Of course, we just didn't take our chances, but we should have played more risky football with our wingbacks instead of playing a 5 at the back. Midfield, Verratti, very, very disappointed in his performance today. Should have done so much better. Vitinha and Fabian. Fabian has to leave this club, or at least up his performances or something, because I just don't think he suits us. He's way too slow. He's way too big. He's just an inconvenience on the pitch. I think Vitinha, apart from that big chance, was good this game. So happy with Vitinha's performance. Apart from that miss, of course, should have done better. Marco Verratti, never been disappointed as I have been in Marco today. Messi. Again, Messi, I don't know, he did not perform well, but Bayern definitely targeted Messi this game, was fouled 4 or 5 times. Physically, he's just not up to it anymore, and off the ball. I mean, he has never done anything off the ball, so for me, it's a bit weird when people critique his off the ball movement and say, oh, if Di Maria was here, Messi's just a different player. Messi plays his way. Could Messi have done better? 100%. But yeah, I think more critique comes to Marco Verratti and Kylian Mbappe for this game. Mbappe, man, I'm disgusted in you. I'm more disgusted in what you said after the game than rather your performance in the game, because before the game you said we're favorites and all of that. Had the captain's armband on for 60 minutes, but performed so bad. His touches, his dribbling, he did nothing in this game. And people are saying, oh, but he didn't get the ball. He didn't get the ball. He was not making enough runs. And when he got the ball, there was no decisive. There was no decisiveness. He was losing it to throw-ins. He was just not up to par. Not up to par. And Mbappe after the game talking about stuff that we'll come on to. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. And Warren Zaire-Emery, I'm so happy. Came on, had a cheeky performance. Yeah, he's my boy. He is my boy, and I hope that for the rest of the season he gets a lot of minutes so that he's prepared to be a definite starter for next season. Ale Warren. And one big thing as well to mention is the substitutes. We brought on a young Warren Zaire, two 17-year-olds in Warren Zaire-Emery and El Shadile Bichiabo, including, of course, Eke Tike and Mukiele. Wow. Bernard as well. But look at that Bayern. When you bring on these players as your substitutes, it means you're meaning business. Leroy Sané, Joao Cancelo, Serge Gnabry, and Sadio Mane. Man. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. The squad definitely needs to improve at Paris Saint-Germain. And let's get into the press conference after the game. This is what Gianluigi Donnarumma had to say. I'm angry. I'm disappointed. In that first half, we had opportunities that we did not exploit. Then we conceded a goal on our first mistake. Unfortunately, Champions League is like that. These are the details. I'm proud to be at PSG. I have no regrets having come here. And yeah, I mean, Donnarumma is talking absolute facts there. Champions League, it's all about, especially big games, it's all about the small details. You don't take your chances, your opponent definitely will. And yeah, Donnarumma, I was happy. Next up, Danilo Pereira. Bayern were stronger. We had chances in the first half. We made mistakes. It's hard to go out like this. I have no words. So sad to see Danilo Pereira like this. Mbappe, this could affect my future. No, I'm calm. The only thing that matters to me this season is to win the league, and then we'll see. I mean, here more, I'm mad at the question. Why are you keep on asking these questions to Mbappe? But it's the media. What do you expect? But this is the comment where I'm so mad at Mbappe. We didn't miss much when we look at the state of both teams. They have a team built to win the Champions League. We are maximum. Is that we're going to get over ourselves and go back to our daily routine of the league. So he said that this was our max. We played to our max today. I can definitely say one thing about it, and that is that you definitely did not play to your max. You played to your lowest. And you coming out and saying this after the game, taking absolutely no responsibility, no accountability for your performance is absolutely disgusting. Can we agree that the squad is not maybe as strong as Bayern's? Yeah. Is our starting 11s that far away from each other? Definitely no. When I look at that Bayern side, I'm not saying, oh my God, that's a 10 times stronger team than us. So for me, it's dirty excuses here from Mbappe. He's supposed to be the main man of this project, the leader and everything. Takes all that shit on him, but he doesn't do that. He puts all the blame and critique away from him, which I think is absolutely horrendous to see. This is what Galtier had to say. The difference with Bayern, workforce availability. We had a lot of important players out on the first game and on the second game. It remains a great disappointment. Everyone is disappointed. Me the first. We had a lot of hope on this second leg. Too early to talk about it. It's obviously depends on the board. And my president, there's a disappointment. The club had a lot of hopes for this competition. I stay focused on the end of the season with a lot of energy and determination. Of course, recent links have come up about Nasser will have a meeting with the board regarding Galtier's future, and Thomas Tuchel looks to be the name that maybe comes to Paris Saint-Germain. But I don't want to talk about that yet. I will make sure to talk about that in that separate video, probably tomorrow. But to end this all off, this game against Bayern, I think a lot of people were reactionary, saying, oh, Bayern cooked us, Bayern humiliated us. No, I don't think so. I think that when we had the momentum, we didn't take our chances. When Bayern had their momentum, they took their chances. Of course, even though both big chances came from individual mistakes from Marco Verratti and Jan Sommer. Listen, this is a tough Champions League fixture. And if you expect us to have 10 big chances against the Bayern team that we're playing a bit conservative and defensive in the first half, then you don't understand football. I'm happy with some performances in this game. I'm disappointed in some performances in this game. But I'm not too bad. This was a very tight game. Came down to the small details. Bayern won, deservedly so. And yeah, that's it. That's it. I'm looking forward to the rest of the season. Some people are saying the season is finished. I don't believe so. I'm a Paris Saint-Germain fan, and I want to see Paris Saint-Germain every game, every season, no matter the competition, no matter the outcome, no matter the exits. I don't like that. All of that is extra. As long as I can watch Paris Saint-Germain, that's it for me. I'm still very disappointed in our team. But yeah, as I've said, that happens. That happens to any team. This could have happened to Bayern. This could have happened to any team. And this time it happened to us again. But one thing I can clearly say is that we have had different managers, different players, different system, different tactics, different staff members, different sporting directors. But one thing that has stayed all the time is, our results in the Champions League. This is our 5th round of 16 exits in the Champions League's our last 7 tries. So some question marks. For me, all the question marks mostly should be at the board and the management of this club. But that was it. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the PSGINT YouTube channel for daily Paris Saint-Germain content. And as usual, allez Paris.